Greetings from the city of Atlanta, Georgia, known for our rich history and for being a cultural catalyst for the civil rights movement. We are excited to be here with the National Civic League to highlight our work, which continues to focus on advancing equality and social justice for all. My name is Sarah Hilton, and I serve as the Director of Human Services for the Housing Authority of the City of Atlanta. And joining me today will be a delegation of community leaders. We hope that today's presentation provides insight and education on how our comprehensive service plan, which uses housing as a platform to provide services, help to mitigate the social, economic, and health impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic. To introduce Atlanta, we have a special message from our mayor, Mayor Andre Dickens.
Hello, I'm Mayor Andre Dickens. Welcome to the City of Atlanta, the heartbeat of the Southeast and the cultural catalyst for the civil rights movement. Named by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best places to live in the country, Atlanta is the very city where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., John Lewis, and other civil rights giants birthed and cultivated a movement that would transform a nation. Atlanta's climate, economy, location, diversity, and relative affordability contribute to our area's consistent and rapid growth. That growth has spawned numerous commercial and residential development projects inside and outside the city limits. We are pleased to be named a finalist for the All-America City Award. The efforts of Atlanta Housing and our community partners during the pandemic serve as a model of utilizing housing as a platform to holistically serve families. In Atlanta, we were able to build on our Housing Plus services approach to mitigate the health, economic, and social impacts of COVID-19. We were able to help stabilize families and support student learning, family self-sufficiency, and aging at home. I believe the efforts of Atlanta agencies during an unprecedented time demonstrate our commitment to public service and relentless dedication to ensure City of Atlanta residents have the critical support they need to protect their health, safety, and well-being. Looking ahead, our work will continue to build on helping families recover and build resiliency. We will ensure that housing and social resources are available to support their path forward as we move beyond the pandemic. Our work will focus on providing access to quality, affordable housing and tools for independence so that families can live, work, and thrive in their communities. Thank you.
The COVID-19 pandemic had a devastating impact on society, especially for people in low-income and marginalized populations, which 96% of families served by Atlanta Housing are considered very low or extremely low-income families based on area median income. In response to the associated impacts of the pandemic, Atlanta agencies set out towards collective mobilization to help stabilize families, using housing as a platform to address family self-sufficiency, student achievement, and aging at home. Whether it was a child in need of emotional or academic support, a single mother who was in need of employment while managing the care of young children and an aging parent, or a teen who was trying to deal with the tremendous loss experienced during the pandemic, Atlanta partners worked relentlessly to respond to the needs of each household in order to stabilize families. We will now hear from a few of our agencies.
Good afternoon. I'm Amanda Minix from the YMCA of Metro Atlanta. When the COVID-19 pandemic first reached our city, the Y responded immediately to serve those in need, just as we have done for more than 160 years. Within days of schools closing, the Y offered emergency childcare for children of essential workers. We mobilized our facilities to serve as food distribution points and leveraged our fleet of vans to deliver food to those most in need. As schools began to grapple with the new normal of 2020 and open for virtual learning, the Y responded with YMCA Campus Connection. We quickly upgraded Wi-Fi access points and leveraged all available spaces to create small group learning centers where children could do their work virtually with the support of Y academic coaches, ensuring that children had a better chance of staying on track academically. When the school day ended, we shifted to Y After School. Even within the constraints of social distancing and COVID protocols, we provided children with opportunities to have fun and build friendships, what they needed most during that challenging time. Through Y Campus Connection, we served more than 2,200 students in Atlanta, half of whom received financial assistance, and many families paid nothing to participate. This was only possible because of our partners. The foundation and corporate community stepped up to support our efforts, but our longstanding partnership with Atlanta Housing ensured that we had ongoing support to sustain our programs, which meant that we could keep more locations open and provide access to even more families. I'd like to share 2 quotes from parents. "I have no idea what I would have done without the YMCA during this difficult time. I was at the point where I had to make the decision to go to work or stay home and virtual teach. This program has been nothing but amazing." The Y Campus Connection program played a major part in my daughter's life. It improved her social skills and motivated her to be her best. Thank you for providing help to all the working moms out there. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Dana Inman, and I am representing Atlanta Center for Self-Sufficiency, a nonprofit whose mission is to empower financially vulnerable individuals to become self-sufficient, sustainably employed, and economic contributors to society. Our partnership with Atlanta Housing began prior to the pandemic as a component of their Move to Work initiative and a collaborative effort to connect residents to training and employment. Both ACSS and Atlanta Housing believe that healthy, thriving parents are essential to healthy, thriving families. Thus, by helping to connect adult residents to workforce interventions, we are helping to support the entire family and move them towards self-sufficiency. Upon referral from Atlanta Housing, ACSS begins working with residents immediately to assess their needs and enroll them in our soft skills bootcamp, which offers 20 hours of classroom and computer-based learning, including topics such as decision-making, interview skills, and effective communication. During the pandemic, we transitioned our workshops to a virtual platform, which allowed us to continue to serve residents safely. This was particularly important for parents, as many faced childcare challenges that would have prevented them from completing the training in person. We continue to offer a hybrid model of virtual and in-person workshops, even allowing parents to bring their children with them to class if no other options are available. Following our bootcamp, ACSS staff work with each resident to outline strategies to address barriers to employment, as well as establish goals based on their chosen career pathway. Our staff then work closely with residents to enroll them in short-term vocational training, particularly in high-demand occupations like healthcare and IT. Residents are connected to our employer partners through a job leads bulletin, monthly on-site employer recruitment events, and job fairs. On average, 70% of participants successfully obtain employment within 60 days of enrollment. In addition to our workforce services, ACSS offers residents a variety of financial empowerment services to increase financial stability as they make progress towards achieving employment. This includes financial literacy workshops, one-on-one financial coaching, access to banking and other financial products, and incentives to encourage increased savings. ACSS is extremely proud of our partnership with Atlanta Housing and grateful for the opportunity to work with residents and families to further their pursuit of self-sufficiency. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Deetra Russell with the Martin Luther King Senior Community Resources Collaborative, founded by the historic Ebenezer Baptist Church. Daily, we rise to meet the challenges faced by fragile families and children in Atlanta. However, during the pandemic, we made a commitment to serve with even greater intention, thus scaling and reimagining our service delivery. We quickly pulled national relationships to cover the basics of PPE giveaways and COVID-19 testing. And early on, we partnered with the Schusterman Foundation to co-design a community-based survey to understand the immediate needs of vulnerable parents who suddenly found themselves educating children at home. We gave a direct cash incentive for detailed feedback and to support their emergent needs, financial needs. We discovered ways to help parents create home learning environments. With partnering agencies such as Casey Family Programs and Humana Healthcare, we provided headphones, dry erase boards, educational items, and other basic school supplies. We also highlighted this survey also highlighted for us the stress of parents working and teaching their children, often with one digital device in the household. We then reimagined our training experience to provide a more human-centric approach. Instead of just going virtual, we created an on-demand digital learning management system with 24-hour access to curated life skills, financial literacy, employment training, and other innovations. This allowed parents to learn on their terms while balancing work, school, and family. We scaled our efforts to tackle food insecurity by increasing the food pantry hours and working with local food banks, as well as Quarter Globe, which gives us more organic options. As city leaders work to prevent evictions, we join United Way and others to process thousands of applications, providing millions of dollars in emergency rental relief and utility payments. The MLK Senior Collaborative is committed to continuing to create sustainable pathways to economic mobility using the novel solutions in solidarity for and in support of our most vulnerable families and children. Thank you.
We hope that today's presentation gave you deeper insight into Atlanta's holistic approach to service. Looking ahead, our work will continue to build on helping families to recover and build resiliency, ensuring that housing plus services are available to support their path forward, producing better outcomes for each household we serve. Thank you.